Your heavy mind is weighing up every word you said so far. Everything you've ever tried to hide, try to hide. The medicine in your blood is keeping you up, keeping you up. Running you into the ground. Trying to keep us so numb. Feeding the fear to keep it numb. Oh, breathing the fire deep below. what you're saying it for. Sun is going down. Wanna stay inside your head again. Life's too short, cause it's gonna get heavy. But you gotta let go. Feeling's kinda messy. Gets better, you know. You gotta find peace in the low light. Keeping your faith in the hard times. Rolling in deep when you can't rise. And I'm still praying that you'll find. You gotta find peace. Peace. I said you gotta find peace. You don't have to walk it alone when I am by your side. Know when it's hard to breathe, it'll be alright. And when it gets heavy, gotta let go. Feeling's kinda messy, gets better, you know. You gotta find peace in the low light. Keeping your faith in the hard times. Rolling in deep when you can't rise. And I'm still praying that you'll find. You gotta find peace. Peace. I said you gotta find peace. Redefined, hearts always bruising. So what are we proving? People chasing, feel the craving, never reaching expectations, losing sleep, never ending. So what are we proving? Souls are dimming, overfilling, lonely life so unforgiving. Roles we play, always victim. So what are we proving? Take a little time. Your peace is free to find. Our future's redefined. Hearts always bruising. So what are we proving? So what are we proving? Your peace is free to find. Our futures redefined. Hearts always cruising. So what are we proving? So what are we proving?
Woo!
I'm typing.
Like, stop now. I'm typing.
What I'm doing, you can't see that, is I'm holding my finger up going, a minute. I just need a minute. Just a minute.
1 minute. Hold on. Yeah, finish your tweet. It's fine. Oh, man. So far, so good. Music is always good, on point, as always.
Oh, I really jacked up my neck and actually dislocated my shoulder.
Oh, what?
Yeah. I mean, it popped right back into place. Husby helped. He actually did it, and it felt awesome. But yeah, so my muscles are a little sore.
Oh, shit. Was not expecting to hear that. All right. With that being said,
what a segue.
What a segue. Broken arms to broken dreams. Let's start the show.
Distance nerding.
Hey. Ladies and gentlemen.
We give our all to you, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yes. You get the very best in weirdness from every single host on this show.
Oh, man. I'm telling you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It is Friday. It's the short form version of the build, the rebuild. No guests, no bracket. We're just going to talk for an hour. Why not?
Right. Because
it is an old school style build.
Just chilling.
When it was me and Aaron Thick, this is basically what it was. It was 2 hours of me and Aaron Thick just joking and riffing and talking for 2 hours.
Hey, yeah. We could talk about one topic for an hour. You and I could.
Oh, absolutely. And what's crazy is that topic right now could be Spider-Man.
Yeah, I haven't watched the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man yet. I need to do it. I'll probably do it tonight.
I have a feeling that Hudson Thames didn't watch the same show, or he's shooting everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
He has not. I had to look it up since the premiere came out. I had to look it up. It's has he said anything since, this whole controversy of him talking about, so I'm so happy it isn't annoying and woke. I'm like, did you watch the show?
Yeah. Are you sure? Did you comprehend the lines that you were speaking?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I understand. Peter might not be saying anything, but I mean, like I said, there is a moment where a character, and this is not spoiling any plot stories or anything like that, but there's a moment where a character walks into a neighborhood and he gets racially profiled.
Oh, wow.
And they make a point of it. Right? So it's kind of like, but it's not like a major thing that happens. It's just him walking into the neighborhood and they focus on the police racially profiling him. So it's just kind of like, that would be considered quote unquote woke, is bringing attention to something like that.
Yeah.
The fact that his best friend is a Filipino lesbian, which again, not really a spoiler. I'm not going to say who the character is, but it is a character we've seen in another show before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's just like, it's just there are all these things that is just kind of like, you know, they race bended some of the characters, and it's like, aren't those the things that people who are angry on that side complain about? Like say that, oh, this is woke BS. Oh, they race bended this character. Oh, they did this. You know, like, and it makes sense. Like, again, the way that they did the characters, it's funny because immediately when one of the characters showed up on screen, I knew exactly who he was, and then he says his name, and I was like, "Yep, it's a race bended version of that character," and I love it.
And I mean, it's not like, I mean, they said these things. Like, we've known that it's not the Spider-Man that we actually have loved all these years or have tolerated all these years in my case, but
it is very much Spider-Man. It is very much the Peter Parker we all know, love, and expect to show up. And it's one of those things where, you know, I'm wondering if he trolled and baited people into saying like, oh, it's not woke, to get like all the anti-woke people to watch it, and now like the numbers are bumped.
Yeah. No, hey, whatever happened, I'm just like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. And
the woke is such a tinderbox.
It's such a stupid concept, the way that people have bended what it is. You know,
yep.
We're starting on a down note, and people are tweeting out like, "Oh, okay, we're talking woke."
Like, oh no, here they go
again. Oh, look at these woke.
I'm barely awake, so don't even talk to me about that.
I am asleep. Well, anyways, let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. This show, everything we do here, is brought to you by the good folks over at Dubby. That's right. Dubby is a brand of energy drinks created to help focus concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. Dubby contains no maltodextrin, no sugar, no fillers, no artificial colors or dyes. Find out more about Dubby at www.dubby.gg. Use the code NERDING10 and get 10% off your order. It is fun. It is delicious. Get you some today.
It's finger licking good.
It is finger licking good.
I'm so glad you liked my fermenting comment.
That was so good.
Yesterday. It was right there. I was like, it's right there. And I actually, I told Husby about it after, and I said, I feel like I've hit the peak. I don't think I can get better than that. I think that's my summit. That's it.
Jen's like, I can't write a joke better than that. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm just like, nope, I'm done. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to retire now. So.
And I'm spent.
Yeah. And scene.
And scene. And we're done.
Yeah. Well, I can't believe, like, there's so many things coming up, like, so quickly.
Yeah.
With, like, everybody's going to take their Valentine to see a big red guy.
Wait, what?
Rage out.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Brave New World. Captain America's Brave New World.
I was like, what big red guy? I'm thinking, like, is there a Santa Claus movie?
Right. You know, the man with the plan. Yeah, I think Valentine's romance, Red Hulk.
Yeah, we can go with that. It's not a rage monster.
Yeah. Rage is so close to passion. Come on. Exactly. And you know they're going to be bros by the end. They're going to be teaming up, broing up.
There's going to be some kind of like some term or something like that where it's just, he just becomes Han Solo.
Right. Yeah. He's just like, and I'm just Han Solo and Chewbacca in one now. But no, I'm really excited to see it.
Groot shows up and he's the new Chewie.
Yeah, there we go. Vin Diesel wishes.
I'm sure he does.
He probably does. No, but I think it's gonna be
telling everybody we're family.
Yep. I mean, he is like it's still on brand for him because Groot is all about family.
No, it is. I mean, Groot's whole entire being and story arc is about family at this point. So,
yeah. So yeah, but no, we've got that. They're like Invincible season 3 is coming up. We've got,
which I'm super excited for. I can't wait for that.
Was it Harley started already? We've been watching Harley Quinn.
Did Harley already start? I lost access to Max.
Oh yeah, the new season started there in Metropolis.
Oh God.
So, yeah, so it's been pretty good so far, but we've got an episode to watch of it, so we're trying to keep up with it so that we don't, because we got like a season and a half behind and had to like binge it before last season started, and so we were like, no, we are definitely going to make sure that we're caught up.
Yeah, like I said, I lost my access to Max, so I need to work on getting that back.
Yes, you do, because there's some good stuff going on.
There's a couple of different shows that I'm like now behind on because of it, but
yeah. So I was trying to think what else. There's a lot of stuff coming up though. Did you hear about Sandman?
Did it get canceled officially?
Yeah, after season 2.
Damn it.
Yeah. So they said, I mean, you kind of figured it was going to happen.
It sucks. And I mean, again, more and more companies are starting to disavow him. And it sucks.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's horrific.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was kind of sad. I wish that, I love the series. So it's really hard because the series deserves the limelight, and but anyway,
yeah,
we'll get off that topic too, because that's a downer as well.
It very much is, especially for like fans of
excuse me,
like those of us who are fans of Neil Gaiman. It's disappointing.
Yeah. Hey Sewong. Also, hello chat. I think it's just you and Sandra Betty. Oh no, Triggered Wrestling's in there.
What? Hola, what up, Triggered Wrestling?
But
you guys ready for the Rumble?
The Rumble. What is this one?
The Royal Rumble.
Okay. I am getting into wrestling, but it's not American wrestling. It's sumo.
Sumo.
The guy that won the last tournament is a Yokozuna now. And I was like so excited when Husby told me. I was like, oh my God, no. And he told me like at like 11. I was like, I'm up now. I'm excited.
and to transition, there was a wrestler named Yokozuna.
Yeah. Well,
and he was not Japanese either. He was Samoan.
Oh no. Yeah, that he was Chad. You're talking about Chad. Chad was a Yokozuna. Yokozuna is his title.
No. I'm saying there is in WWF back in the day, there was a wrestler.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, no, there actually was a sumo wrestler that was from Hawaii, and his name was Chad. But it wasn't Chad. Like he had a Japanese name as well. So, and he's
the character Yokozuna was Samoan, and he's related to The Rock.
Oh, okay, all right.
He's another one of The Rock's cousins.
Oh, that's cool. And very parallel.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. We caught up on Bad Monkey. It was really good. With Vince Vaughn.
I've heard that that's good.
It was. We were waiting because we were watching it with Shadu, and he just didn't seem interested. So I was like, if we don't finish it before he goes, we're finishing it. So we did. But yeah, it's really good. In spite of Vince Vaughn.
In spite of Vince Vaughn. Not a big Vince Vaughn fan?
No, I'm not.
Just don't like his brand of comedy, or
He annoys me a little. But it's funny because I've actually watched a lot of stuff he's been in. So something he picks I think he picks projects that I'm interested in for other reasons, and I just like them in spite of him.
Gotcha.
So, like Neighbors, or yeah, the one with Ben Stiller and him and Richard Ayoade, where they're Neighborhood Watch. It was called The Watch. That's
God, yes.
Yeah. So, and I'm like, okay. And he did the whole. He was like, okay, do your cover your ears, but he called it like muffins or something, and he was like cursing at him, and then he was like, okay, take him away, and he's like, see, we're friends. It's just like, and I was like, okay, maybe Vince Vaughn's okay, but then like 30 seconds later I was annoyed. So it's just the way it is with Vince Vaughn.
He's got good characters though.
He does, yeah.
There's something about his delivery that can be annoying sometimes.
Yeah, it just feels like he's always on Adderall.
Yeah. That's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah, so it's just like, okay. Oh, Husby made me Korean street toast.
I know you posted it in the food chat.
Oh yeah, that's right. And but it was really good. He put kimchi on it, and I was like, maybe we'll do less. It was a little soggy, but it was really good. I don't know what's going on with me.
Just craving kimchi and
right. I don't know. So
I was gonna make a joke. No, let's do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, so I was trying to think. We've been trying to catch up on the DC animated stuff. Just
okay.
Yeah, so, and I'm not really a fan of Justice League versus the Teen Titans. Like I could barely watch it.
Justice League versus the Teen Titans. I'm trying to remember.
Well, it was Trigon. It's one with Trigon, and he basically takes over the Justice League, and the Titans have to actually save them, and they find Raven, but it's Damian, and Nightwing's in it, but then he dies. I was not a fan. So no brackets today.
Especially with Nightwing dying. I'm sure you weren't a fan of that.
No, I'm not. I don't know why everybody wants to kill Nightwing. I don't know why.
It's because Nightwing ends up becoming a stand-in for Batman. So the whole thing is like, it's kind of how like with Superman, you have to, in order to like make the Justice League like slightly more relevant, you have to nerf Superman.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like Superman is, he's the strongest character there is. So you give him all the power and there's no need for the Justice League. So you have to like super nerf Superman in order to make the Justice League relevant in a lot of properties. That's what Bruce Timm was saying. That was the formula for like the 90s cartoon. is
Yeah.
they had to nerf the living shit out of Superman in order to make it so that there was a reason for the Justice League to be there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I agree with that, but I also feel like a lot of them can stand on their own. But yeah, to bring them all together to stop threats, yeah, you would have to nerf them.
Yeah, well, the whole idea is that Superman is, according to DC, Superman is as strong as he needs to be.
Yeah.
Right. So when you have a character that is that strong, that makes every other character irrelevant.
That's true.
Because there's no need for the Justice League if Superman's so strong that he can stop anybody that gets in his way.
No, yeah. I mean, I agree. I just, I don't know. Nerf, you have to shoot foam darts at them.
Yes. That is Eugene. That is exactly what you need to do. You need to shoot foam darts at Superman in order to win the fight.
As long as they're full of kryptonite, apparently.
Full of kryptonite, like they're full of shit.
Right. So, what did you think about like the Superman trailer? We were talking about this last night, but I don't know if we really kind of got into it.
I don't have a problem with it. Like everybody is complaining about this or that. Some people are complaining about like, oh, it looked like CGI and all this other shit. I feel like a lot of that is really just people complaining for the sake of complaining, and then most people are followers, so
Yeah.
people are just going to sit there and say, oh, I hated it too because my favorite streamer didn't like it, and I feel like a lot of people do not honestly make their own opinions of things. I feel like looking at it, it looks a lot more like a comic book accurate Superman. They are going back to the old school Superman under ruse.
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem with all of that. Like I feel like the attempt is to try and get a comic book accurate Superman that every iteration of Superman live action has had pluses and minuses. It's had like everybody's had kind of like they've hit in one spot, but then in other spots they're just like it wasn't all that good. Could Clark have saved his dad from a fucking tornado? Yes, absolutely could have saved his dad from a fucking tornado. Did they use that? Did Zack Snyder use that as a plot device? Yeah, that's what he did. The reason that he did it was he was using it as a plot device to further the story. It may not have been the most salient way to do it, but that's what he was doing to further the story, and that's why he did it. Would Superman kill Zod? If you're a fan of Superman, you know that that regardless of how evil Zod is, Superman wouldn't have killed him. All right, Superman probably would have subdued him and then put him in the fucking in the Phantom Zone.
Right. Yeah.
But at the same time, the reasoning that Snyder gave for why he had Superman kill Zod made sense. Zod was not going to stop. Zod was going, even if you subdued him or you put him in jail, he was going to get out, and he was going to, his whole plan was to destroy all of humanity. So it's like the reasoning he gave was, it made sense. But at the same time,
and he had no Phantom Zone because they hadn't explored that yet.
They hadn't established it, but I mean, at the same time, he had fucking, my dad is Siri built into the fucking, or my dad is AI built into the fucking the Fortress of Solitude.
Right.
And he could have easily asked his dad, and his dad could have said, there's a Phantom Zone generator on this ship, and this is where we send our criminals, to the Phantom Zone. I mean, there's a way to do it. The thing is that I think Zack Snyder was trying to also, you got to remember
why does everything always come back to him?
Because everybody everybody's like obsessed with Zack Snyder. So it's like
Okay.
they really are. Everybody's fucking obsessed with Zack Snyder.
I mean, he's a hell of a DP.
He is. And I'm only bringing him up just to kind of get into the next relevant topic based on Superman. But
Yeah.
it's like, you know, I understand what he was doing. He also had a plan. He had a 5-movie plan that included Superman, that was meant to, you know, obviously they canceled everything before the last movie was supposed to get made, but the next movie was supposed to get into Injustice and get into Superman turning, and it's supposed to that whole first movie was supposed to kind of be a foreshadowing for what was going to happen in the last movie. You know, just the thing is that nobody gave him the chance to tell the story that he was telling. Part of that was Warner Brothers kind of just being reactionary with a lot of things.
No, not Warner Brothers.
I mean, again, you look at the reactionary kind of things that they've done, and everybody will admit that the Snyder Cut, albeit that it was long as shit, but the Snyder Cut was a much better movie than the
Whedon debacle.
than the Justice League.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, if you would have let him tell his story without putting your hands in the cookie jar, it would have been much better. It would have sold a lot better.
Yeah.
You know, same thing with Batman v Superman. There are aspects of that movie that he had to change because that's what Warner Brothers wanted, rather than letting him tell his story. So I think there was more. There was more potential good that Warner Brothers kind of like ruined. You know, because
well, yeah. No, I mean, I don't just blame Zach.
Yeah, I mean, there are problems that Zach had. I mean, you know, Martha, like, that's dumb.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, there are things that were really good in those storylines, and just the studio did not allow him to tell that story properly. So
agreed.
I hold that against the studio for the most part.
That's why Zaslav's on my list.
Yeah. I mean, moving on again, everybody kind of talks about Bryan Singer's version. Bryan Singer tried to recreate Lightning in a Bottle.
Yeah.
By basically taking the original Superman movies.
I mean, he's had hands in Star Wars too, so you know.
Yeah. But I mean, he tried to take the original Superman movies and essentially extend off of that.
Yeah.
But he made a fucking boring movie.
Yeah, it was pretty boring.
You know, like there's no action, and he said
it was bland. It wasn't. Yeah, it was just there.
Yeah, you know, like there was potential for it, but you know, it wasn't there. Again, there are certain things, as much as everybody likes to say that that Christopher Reeves' Superman was perfect. There are problems with those movies.
Yeah, there are.
You know, there are a lot of problems with those movies. So, not to say that James Gunn isn't going to have anything that's problematic in his movies, but I feel like
everybody's seen Nathan Fillion's hair, so
yeah. But the thing is that this is the first time that that anybody is creating a universe that is lived in and that is comic book accurate, you know, and he is trying his hardest. He's got fucking crypto in the movie, for God's sake.
Yep.
You know, and it's like, you know, this is very much you're going to need to suspend your disbelief, because there are going to be a lot of weird things going on in this movie.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be gosh darn good.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, gosh darn good. You know, in
that. Yeah, gosh darn it.
Right?
Dag nabbit.
I think it's going to be a really, I don't know. Hopefully it's going to give me hope.
Ah,
Maybe it'll
I see what
fill
you did
that
there.
hole in my heart. No, I'm just
I,
kidding.
I see what you did there. No, I think it's going to be good. I'm giving it a chance just because kind of the same arguments that I made about what's his face Ben Affleck playing Batman.
Ah, yeah.
Is Ben Affleck is to this day the only actor to play Batman that was a fan of Batman before playing the character.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. I thought he did a really good job. I
I,
really liked him as Batman.
I make the argument that he is the best Batman on live action.
Yeah, I
You know,
think he's the most balanced.
he is. He's very much he plays into the rich playboy extremely well when he plays Bruce. But it is also very much the Bruce Wayne is the facade and Batman is who he really is.
Yeah, absolutely. That's yeah, I agree. I did like I feel like Zach did justice to Batman tenfold over Superman. I mean, I just feel like he was more like the comic book Batman.
Yeah, and I mean there are aspects of Superman that were really well done.
Yes, there were. And Henry Cavill embodied Superman. He really did a good job. I feel like they all did a good job. I think Momoa did a good job. I think Gal Gadot did a good job. I honestly, I think they all did a good job. I just think it could have been different. So,
Yeah,
and James Gunn has that opportunity, and I think he's just like taken, two handfuls of it and is just gonna make some magic with it. I'm
yeah,
here for it. I
yeah.
didn't know where I was going with that. I'm so glad it ended well.
I think he's going to do a good job. I think the movie is going to turn out great.
Mhm.
And my kind of like the reason that I feel like it's going to be amazing, and I'm kind of giving him all of this praise, is because you look at what he's done so far with the things that he's done. He's only done 2 properties in DC.
Yeah.
And both of those properties very much embody DC.
Yeah.
You get the spirit of DC in both the properties he's done. Suicide Squad was hands down the Suicide Squad that should have been.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it was. I love that it was on a tropical island.
Yeah.
And it was like this over the top, like, of course, explosions. Harley's gonna get her dance sequence. I mean, it was as bombastic as the comic book was, and so that's what you want.
Like he gave into the weird, and you kind of need someone who's going to give into the weird.
Yeah.
And he's always been that way. Again, you look at the way he did Guardians, and Guardians is very much a obscure property that he did so well that everybody gives praise to Guardians of the Galaxy now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people say, "Oh, well, it's the best trilogy." Like, that's down to James Gunn, and yeah. So I'm really excited about it. And DeLong family, I loved Creature Commandos. I really, really loved it.
That's where I was going next. This Creature Commandos was the perfect way to open this cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Like everybody is sitting here talking about, how well is he going to open the universe and how well is he going to do things. And again, it was damn near perfection.
Yeah. I mean, and just so heartfelt. Like, I mean, yeah, there were horrific parts of it, but it was also really heartfelt.
Yeah.
And I think if you come at it from that angle, you're going to succeed.
I mean, yeah, weird sex scenes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes. Absolutely weird sex scenes.
yeah,
Yes.
you've got weird sex scenes
Mhm.
within the show. You have really graphic scenes, and this is coming from a guy who got his start in horror, so you kind of almost have to expect it.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
no.
made Slither. So I mean,
Yeah. No, and I mean it's definitely a James Gunn thing to make us really love monsters
yeah.
and really humanize them. And I think that's great.
Oh
So,
God, like I text you the night that I watched the episode. Just I knew that that's where he was going with from the beginning, from when he put him in not Creature Commandos, when he put him in Suicide Squad. I knew that eventually he was going to tell that story, and that's what was going to happen with Weasel.
yeah. Yeah.
He was going to tell a very misunderstood story about Weasel, and he did, and it was like heartbreaking because he's basically just a dog.
Yeah.
Like he really is. Like he
It's
is
a mutated dog.
he's a dog that stands on all fours.
Yeah.
Because he was not trying to hurt anybody. He didn't want to hurt anybody. All he wanted to do was
Save them.
well, not even just save them. Like he wanted friends.
Mm-hmm.
And they treated him like they didn't treat him like a monster.
Yeah. They were just like, oh, hey.
Yeah.
You're giving me sugar. Okay, I'll be your friend.
They treated him almost like a pet, and it's kind of what he needed.
Yeah. And yeah, I know. I don't know. Weasel is just it's very complicated, but not at all. And GI Robot.
He is the biggest meme on TikTok right now.
He's a lot.
GI Robot, if you are on TikTok at all,
yeah,
GI Robot runs TikTok now. I love the amount of like Nazis memes. So fucking great.
Yeah, no, I really liked it. I just thought it was and they had Dr. Magnus, and I was like, oh my God, Metal Man. Yeah, that was awesome. So I loved that.
Yeah, and again, James Gunn is really good at dropping every Easter egg that you can think of.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then poor Nina.
I know. I almost have a feeling that James is going to be doing a straight up comic book world. So where everybody thinks like, oh no, Nina Marzowski's dead. In comic books, no character is truly dead except for one, which technically he's alive again. So,
But the Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben was meant to be the only character that was supposed to stay dead.
Yeah.
And in the universe that Gwen Stacy is Spider-Woman, Uncle Ben is still alive.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So that's why I say technically
those bastards.
Yeah, they got us technically. Uncle Ben is alive again. But in a universe where Peter Parker is dead.
Yeah. Well, yin yang.
Yeah. Like, yay, we got Uncle Ben back. Oh no, Uncle Ben is back in a world where
there's no Peter.
And so
right.
Because in that universe, the equivalent to Uncle Ben is Gwen's dad.
Yeah. That's true. And yeah. So yeah.
It throws people off like when they think about that.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to think like, how like you have to have one without the other in both situations. They're very parallel.
Well, I love that what they did, like I thought it was really cool when they did Spider-Verse, and in Spider-Verse they started talking about like Nexus events
Mm-hmm.
and saying that in every universe there is a Nexus event, and one of the Nexus events is somebody that Spider-Man cares about has to pass away in order for him to become Spider-Man. And you realize when they start talking about it, like, so obviously in every universe where Peter becomes Spider-Man, it's Uncle Ben, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
But then in oh, hold on, I'm missing something here. Every universe where Pete becomes Spider-Man, it's Uncle Ben. Every universe where Miles becomes Spider-Man, he loses his dad.
Yeah.
You know, and same thing with Gwen Stacy. Gwen Stacy eventually, in every universe where she becomes, or it's just the one universe where she becomes Spider-Woman. But when she becomes Spider-Woman, it's her dad.
Yeah. So, and the rest of them, she dies and her dad.
Right. And in every other universe, there's a lot of people don't realize this. I guess maybe now people are realizing it more because there's more emphasis on Gwen Stacy.
Mm-hmm.
Prior, if you were a Spider-Man fan, you knew there were two events that shaped Peter Parker to who he is. The first one was Uncle Ben dying. The second one was Gwen Stacy dying.
So a double Nexus event.
Yeah, because when Gwen dies, he truly becomes like the hero that he needed to become.
Yeah. Because one sacrifice just wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Those spider gods, they're nasty fuckers. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to the next Spider-Man movie because we've never gone above 3.
I'm kind of wondering if this version of Spider-Man, the one that's in Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
if this whole thing is going to play a part in if this whole thing's going to play a part in the Spider-Man, like not
What?
ethos. What am I looking to say? In Secret Wars.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's where I was going. So yeah. I think you're right. I was just thinking about it yesterday. I was like, oh, maybe it's gonna factor into Secret Wars since, they're gonna tie up that multiversal bow.
Right.
So but I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to the Fantastic Four.
Oh yes, Fantastic Four is going to be great. It's another one I'm like super excited for.
I think they're doing it right.
And having him and having it take place in another universe.
Well, yeah, but I mean, having it where, I don't know, it just seems like they're trying to keep it as pure to the comic, and I like that, instead of going, oh, well, we'll just tweak this a little, or we'll tweak that a little.
Yeah. I mean, you do have a lot of people complaining right now because people are always going to find a reason to complain.
Mm-hmm.
But right now they're complaining about how the version of Silver Surfer that we're getting is,
it's going to be a female.
It's going to be the female version of Silver Surfer, and it's like, again, you have all these people complaining about like, oh, well, Silver Surfer. You do know that Silver Surfer, there is a female version. It was his wife that became Silver Surfer, right?
And they don't.
Becoming like him being empowered and becoming the Silver Surfer, his wife took the burden. So like this is canon, as much as everybody wants to complain about it.
Yeah,
Just-
no, there were several. Like there are several heralds of Galactus.
Right.
And yeah, so it's not.
And I mean, considering this is supposed to be in a different universe, it makes sense to go with another version of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that we won't get that version of the Silver Surfer down the line.
Yeah.
It just means the version of the Silver Surfer we're getting in this continuity, in this universe that doesn't have it's a different universe. In this version, we're getting a different version of the Silver Surfer, and I'm okay with that.
And it makes me think that this version is probably not long for the universe.
No, I feel like this version may die in this movie.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's going to be like one of those one-off things. They'll sacrifice themselves to save the Fantastic Four and bring them to where they need to be in Secret Wars or something.
And of course, the uninitiated are going to immediately be like, "But they killed off the Silver Surfer," and it's like, yeah, no, the Silver Surfer is going to be back. Don't worry.
Yeah.
They're not like permanently killing off Silver Surfer.
Right. They're saving the iconic one for later.
Right.
But I think it's going to be cool. Always up for, Pedro Pascal in a movie.
Pedro Daddy.
Yeah.
Papa Pedro.
Papa Pedro. Yeah. So, and I like the rest of the cast.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And you guys watched What If, right?
Yes. I mean, that's the other thing. Again, What If is another example that whatever you think is going to happen is not going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, true. So, and I'm so upset because I was like, I can't believe Peggy sacrificed herself.
Mhm.
So.
Like that doesn't necessarily. Again, it doesn't mean that she won't be in Secret Wars. Like everybody wants to see a live action version of another like live action version of Peggy Carter. Yeah, at first I'm saying like everybody wants to see a live action version of Peggy Carter, but we've seen her.
Yeah.
It's that everybody wants to see her again.
Yeah, no, I mean, and I think we should.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Kahori.
Kahori live action would be dope.
Yeah, I think that would be amazing.
I think that's a character that that definitely deserves a live action iteration. Especially, I mean, she was created for the show,
Mm-hmm.
and then now she has her own run in Marvel, so it makes sense.
Yeah, and she's a well-developed character.
Yeah.
It's like it's
a very well received character.
Mm-hmm. She's in the Marvel Strike Force game.
Oh, is she?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and we're getting Patriot in Marvel Strike Force. So I'm wondering if we might see the beginnings of Patriot by the end of Brave New World.
And that's like a lot of people were kind of like afraid because they're like, oh yeah, he's not in any of the promo material and everything. So people were like, oh, are they not going to do Patriot? Or that seemed like they were introducing Patriot. I don't think that they're skipping over Patriot. I think Patriot is right around the corner.
Yeah, I think we might get Patriot by the end of this. I think he might feel like he needs to be called up. And
I think it's also they're probably kind of like they're trying to have everybody focus on Red Hulk.
Yeah,
because they don't want to reveal all their cards.
Well, like I said, big red guy for romance. So yeah, that would distract everyone.
Right.
I just think it's funny that we're getting a male heavy, action oriented movie on Valentine's Day to go see. I think it's funny. I felt Deadpool was appropriate on Valentine's Day because he's an off-kilter mercenary pseudo hero.
But remember, they did Deadpool on Valentine's Day because they thought it wasn't going to sell.
Right. Yeah.
Not because they thought it was like, oh, this is a good idea. You know, people will come and watch this movie on Valentine's Day. No, they were just like, all right, well, where's a safe place where we can put this and lose some money? Oh, Valentine's Day. People don't go to the movies on Valentine's Day. And then becomes one of the highest rated and most highest grossing rated R movies of all time.
Right. And then now everybody's like, we got to put something on Valentine's Day.
Which is funny because, like, you know, all the studios, again, I say this all the time, the studios always learn the wrong lessons, right? So, like, the lesson they learned with Deadpool was we can put a movie on Valentine's Day and people will go see it. And we can make rated R movies, comic book movies, and people will go see it. And it's like, yeah, you're not wrong on both of those, but that also at the same time, it's not, you know, make a rated R movie and people will go see it. It's make a good movie and people will go see it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it won't matter when you release it. So.
Right. They stop focusing on movies being good.
Yeah, absolutely. So that, I mean, Sandra Betty, that's very sweet. I went with my partner at the time for Valentine's Day. Yeah. But see, I'm the girl that loves that. That is my favorite Valentine's thing, you know. Give me a good comic book action movie and I'm totally romanced.
Yeah. I mean, you're a nerd chick. It happens.
Yeah. So I'm that, you know, unicorn that everybody wants.
Whoa. Your son is not here to hear you say that.
I know, right? I watched the download earlier today.
Oh, yeah.
And him telling the story about Catherine Hahn, and, you know, and I'm like, so he thinks I'm a witch, and then I was like, you know what? She's pretty badass. I'm okay with it.
Just again, the amount of MILF jokes that pop out just because as soon as we know something makes him uncomfortable, we have to exploit the living shit out of it.
Yeah, and I bless his heart. He overshares sometimes. It's just bless him, because he really does. I'm just like, okay, all right. Of course, you know, husby's like, it's really weird that he tells you stuff like that. I'm like, you know what? What am I going to say? He's sharing. He's being vulnerable to me. I'm not going to be like, dude, that's weird. You know, he's my son.
I'm your mother. Don't say that to me.
Yeah, it's just funny. He's just really funny. So,
oh no, it is
stuff like that.
It is, and again, they just become comedy pieces for us.
I know. I was just like, yeah, here we go. So, and then he doesn't get some of the stuff that you guys are even teasing him about, and I'm like, oh, okay.
You almost can hear it like audibly hear a click go on in my brain.
Yeah. You're like, and we're off to the races.
As soon as you hear like, oh, exploitable joke.
Yeah. He'll learn.
You can just hear like, oh God. All right. He's gonna go nuts right now.
Yeah.
And there it is.
But no, you guys did well. It was a good show.
We can do it without mommy.
Yes. I felt like crap. I had that the migraine that I had started on Monday
Oh no.
and didn't go away until Wednesday. So
Oof. That just sucks.
it's I haven't had one of those in a while, so I don't know what's going on.
Here's to hoping you don't get more of them.
Oh, yeah. So Say Wong says Graveyard is MIA and James is still dead. Yes. That statement is correct.
Because James isn't even in the chat right now.
Yeah. Sandra Betty, so how bad is it that Bruce understands the jokes and he's almost 10? Yeah. I don't know. He's special. He is. He's that weirdly nerdly naive yet knowledgeable person. That's all I can say. I know it doesn't make any sense, but
It's fine.
that's who he is.
That just means eventually he becomes me.
Yeah, that's true.
Now you just like annoyingly know everything that you should know.
Yeah, no, I don't have a problem with when he tells me stuff like that. I'm just like, okay, all right, thanks for telling me.
Thanks for sharing, buddy.
Yeah, appreciate it. Because I feel like if he will share that, he's probably gonna share other stuff. So I'm like, okay, I feel like he's being honest.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Jen.
And thanks for coming to therapy for Jen.
This has been Jen's therapy talk.
Right? Thanks for trying to heal me.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I do say thanks for coming to my Jen talk, because when instead of Jen splaining, it's usually, oh, and thanks for coming to my Jen talk. But that's just because I talk too much, I guess.
I mean, that's a problem both of us have.
Yeah.
Hence why we can do an entire show with no topic.
Right, without pre saying, hey, we should talk about this or we should talk about that.
Just have a conversation. We'll just keep going. But I mean, I guess that's the appeal of this, right? Is because it just feels like your friends hanging around talking.
Yes, because literally that's what this is. You're just doing Legos while we're talking.
Exactly.
So I don't even want to do pluggables.
Yeah, I know. It's almost pluggable time, huh? Yeah, it is pluggable time.
Yeah. I just want to be like, hey, you guys know who we are. Just,
I just want to finish separating the pieces before we sign off. That way I didn't have any like random pieces just sitting around.
Mm-hmm.
It's truly my ADHD talking right there. Like, I don't want to leave it unless it's all
Sandra Betty said, that's like our house on Mondays, except there's drinks instead of Lego.
Yeah. Drinks and we're usually playing Cards Against Humanity. That's something that we should probably record or just like go live.
Is it Cards Against Humanity?
Just us playing Cards Against Humanity. Oh God, the weirdness that happens.
Right. No,
so good.
I'm like so not a fan of Cards Against Humanity. I'm just not a fan.
It gets harsh.
Yeah, it can. It really can. And I never got the appeal of it. I don't know why.
Dark sense of humor.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the appeal that I have. It appeals to my dark sense of humor.
I feel like I have a really dark sense of humor, though. I don't know. Maybe I find the questions or the blanks too mundane. Honestly, I don't know. It just annoys me. There are certain things that just annoy me, and I can't really tell why.
I can see that.
I blame the patriarchy.
We all blame the patriarchy.
uh,
Almost done here.
you're fine. You're fine. You do it.
You can do it.
Did you get another side done?
I did. So I was actually going to show you that after here.
Cool.
So I did finish a whole another side here. Or I guess part of a side. So you can kind of see it on camera right now.
Mm-hmm.
It did focus.
Oh yeah, because it's like a half a.
Yeah. So this is the part where on this there's a whole fold out that comes out right here.
Mm-hmm.
That has like a little like almost like a little circle table that you can, like, when you pop off the piece right here.
Oh, you can put it so you can display it.
Well, no, Bowser comes out of this piece right here. So there's like a little Bowser piece that you make, and you put him on that, and then you can spin it around, and Bowser runs around. And
okay.
later on, there is a little Mario figure that you make, and you can put the Mario and the Bowser on there. And the idea is you're getting Bowser to chase Mario.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'll see, like, when you finish it, I'll see it. Because I can kind of see it in my head, but
yeah, the next week when we get back to this, the first thing that this bag is going to have me build is Bowser. You can see Bowser's eyes right there. Well, barely.
Oh, okay.
But it has me make like a full-on like Bowser made out of Lego.
Oh, that's cool.
Speaking of therapy, this song is called Therapy.
I just like it. It's a cool vibe. So when am I coming to California? I have no idea.
That's like the entire chat is everybody just wants Jen to come to California.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when I will. Maybe after it's not on fire.
Yeah. What's it been, like 20 years since you were out in California last?
Yeah, it's been a long time. Like, almost, yeah, over 20, like just barely over 20, but yeah,
It was back when Shadu was a wee little
lad.
Wee little Shadu.
Yeah, we left right after he turned 1. So, yeah. And he's going to be 1 to 2.
Yep. So just so everybody sees right here, I'm going to bring the box out in the middle here. So again, like this piece right here, Bowser sits in there. There's like a little secret compartment. When you press it, it pops open and Bowser comes out. And then there's a flip out right here on this part right here. And you put Bowser and Mario on there and they chase each other. Obviously, it's a lot like really hollow on the inside just because the rest of the kit has to fit inside of this.
Yep.
And then this is the door that opens. So then that way you can flip everything out.
Cool. So
what ends up happening is it sits on a access. You pop this open and the whole thing flips over, and then the 3 lands expand out.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and you get the 3 like everything, like the way it works is everything fits inside of the question box, so you can display it as just a yellow brick question box. And then you hit all the Easter eggs and pop everything open.
Oh, that's neat.
It's pretty cool. I like the way they did this.
Yeah, it's come together. It's coming together.
It's coming together. All right, so let me Let me switch cameras here. DeLong Family Cosplay saying, maybe you need to come out to LA Comic Con next year.
I'd love to. We'll just have to see.
It's typically not hot when we go to LA Comic Con.
I mean, I don't mind LA weather.
The last time we went, last LA Comic Con we did, it was raining.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't mind. I mean, like San Diego, it's very similar. It's not, so I didn't mind that weather.
All right. Well, Jen.
I'm not doing pluggables. I'm not doing it.
You're not going to do it?
I refuse to do
You refuse to do it. Oh, Pizza Party Attestation. Haven't been excited about a Superman movie until this one. Oh. So Pizza Party Attestation is actually excited about it.
Well, hey, we're all excited. We are on the Superman train.
Shout outs to Pizza Party Attestation. That is a comic book creator that we interviewed on the show a while back.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so as soon as I saw the name, I was like, ooh. Say Wong saying LA Comic Con or Anime Expo. Well, guys, Jen has things.
I do things and have things.
YouTube. She's on the YouTube. She's on the social media. She's on Blue Sky. She's on Instagram.
She's sitting on her couch right now.
She's sitting on her couch right now. And really all I'm doing is just stretching time so I can pull our little
all of the stuff.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, you know who we are. I am your boy, Young Phil, Distance Nerding. We are on all the social media platforms. If it exists, we are there. Connect with us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, never calling it X, Twitch, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, Discord, Blue Sky, MySpace, Vine, GeoCities, Friendster, Second Life, AIM, Farmers Only, Christian Mingle, OnlyFans. Just pictures of Aaron Watson's feet and mandals, the beard, John Mez's glasses, and of course, everything Shadu does for 2 pennies. If you would like
I feel so bad that I was part of that.
It's grown on him because he doesn't get upset about it anymore.
I feel bad. I shouldn't torture my child like that. So.
The only time he gets upset, and he doesn't like truly get upset, but the only time he gets upset is when I stretch the joke and I start saying, so if you need a hand job, get your 2 pennies ready. And he's like, no. And I'm like, okay, 4 pennies.
Right. Oh man. He's so funny.
He's the best at handies. Of course, if you would like to send us an email, you can shoot us an email, or I'm sorry, if you'd like to break up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, pet, schoolyard bully, annoying neighbor, just tell us how much you enjoy us, hate us, or wish the internet would consume us completely and spit us out at the feet of all of the fetishists that want to pay 3 pennies for the opera.
There you go.
You can shoot us an email at dist.
I just feel like we should not say anything between these.
Like, what do you mean? Like between this, when I do this?
Well, yeah, because we talked through that one, like
True.
Nonstop.
It's nerding at AOL.com, and we will read it live on air. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us. Until next week, we will see everybody on Tuesday. And that is it from us, ladies and gentlemen. It is now time for the dance party. We're gonna have some fun and then get this going. So let's get this going. Wonder Woman. She's ready to fight.
It's all about the hair.
And my Wonder Woman is in pick 1.
Distance nerding.
He's here. He's there. He's every fucking where. It's broken. Right.
I can't grow like you. Hello, Mario.
Okie dokie.
I like the
Mamma mia. Let's go.